Have you ever considered how closely linked gambling and wealth creation are? It's an intriguing thought, isn't it? At first glance, they may seem worlds apart, but when we delve deeper, the parallels become strikingly clear. Let's think about it for a moment. Both gambling and wealth creation are fundamentally about risk-taking. No matter whether you're placing a bet at a casino or investing in a promising startup, you're essentially taking a leap of faith. You're wagering your hard-earned money on an uncertain outcome, hoping that it will pay off. But it's not all about blind luck. There's a lot more to it. Strategy and understanding play a critical role in both arenas. In gambling, knowing when to hold, when to fold, and when to go all in can make all the difference. Similarly, in wealth creation, understanding market trends, recognizing potential investment opportunities, and making informed decisions are key to success. Now let's talk about the potential for high rewards. Both gambling and wealth creation can bring about significant financial gains. Hit the jackpot at a slot machine, and you could walk away with a fortune. Make a smart investment, and you could see your wealth multiply. But of course, with high rewards come high risks. The flip side is that you could lose everything. This brings us to an intriguing proposition. Is gambling a form of wealth creation? Some might scoff at the idea, dismissing it as reckless and unsustainable. Yet others might argue that with the right strategy and a bit of luck, it could indeed be a viable method. The lines between gambling and wealth creation can blur, making it difficult to discern where one ends and the other begins. They share commonalities, but they also have distinct differences. They're two sides of the same coin, both fraught with risks and brimming with potential rewards. The risk and reward in both gambling and wealth creation are real, but is one more viable than the other? As we delve further into this topic, we invite you to ponder this question. After all, understanding the gamble of wealth creation could be your key to unlocking financial success. Let's delve into the world of traditional wealth creation and see how it stacks up against gambling. In the realm of traditional wealth creation, we find methods such as investments, entrepreneurship, and career advancement. These are paths often trodden by those seeking to increase their financial standing. Investments, for instance, involve putting your money into assets like stocks, bonds, or real estate, with the expectation that they will grow over time. These methods are generally considered to be reliable, albeit slow, methods of wealth creation. They require a degree of patience, knowledge, and often a substantial upfront investment. Then we have entrepreneurship. This involves starting your own business or venture. It's a path that can lead to significant wealth, but it's also riddled with risks. Businesses can fail, and entrepreneurs can find themselves losing their initial investment. Career advancement, on the other hand, involves climbing the corporate ladder, acquiring new skills, and earning promotions. This method can be slow and steady, but it's often seen as the most secure way to increase wealth. Now let's contrast these with gambling. Gambling is a game of chance. It's a high-risk, high-reward approach. One could strike it rich overnight or lose everything in a single moment. The potential for wealth creation is immense, but so is the potential for loss. It's a method that lacks the predictability of traditional methods, and it's largely dependent on luck. Comparing these methods, we can see that traditional wealth creation strategies often require time, effort, and a certain level of risk tolerance. These methods are typically slow and steady, and they allow for a degree of control and predictability. On the other hand, gambling is a fast-paced, high-risk approach. It offers the potential for significant returns, but it also carries the potential for great losses. It's a method that's largely dependent on chance, and it lacks the control and predictability of traditional methods. While the methods may vary, the goal remains the same, to increase one's wealth. But the journey to that goal can look very different. Gambling as a form of wealth creation is not without its risks. What are they? Let's dive into it. The first and perhaps most prevalent risk is addiction. Gambling can be an exhilarating experience, the thrill of the unknown, the rush of adrenaline when you win. But this thrill can be dangerously addictive. Unlike traditional wealth creation methods, such as investing in stocks or real estate, gambling can lead to a compulsive need to keep playing, even when the odds are stacked against you. This addiction can have severe consequences, including financial ruin, relationship breakdowns, and mental health issues. Financial loss is another significant risk. When you gamble, you're essentially playing a game of chance. There's no guarantee of a return on your investment, unlike traditional wealth creation strategies, where you can reasonably predict returns based on market trends and historical data. In gambling, you can lose everything in a single moment. The stakes are high, and the losses can be devastating. Then there's the potential for legal trouble. While gambling is legal in many places, it's also heavily regulated. If you're not careful, you could find yourself on the wrong side of the law. This could result in hefty fines or even jail time, a risk that simply doesn't exist with traditional wealth creation methods. Let's compare these risks to those associated with traditional methods of wealth creation. While investing in the stock market or real estate also involves risk, it's a different kind of risk. These risks are generally calculated and based on market trends, economic indicators, and thorough research. The potential for loss exists, but it's typically not as immediate or as devastating as it can be with gambling. In conclusion, the risks associated with gambling can be severe and far-reaching. From addiction to financial loss to potential legal trouble, gambling as a form of wealth creation carries significant risks that are often not present in more traditional methods. The risks of gambling are real and can be severe, but does that mean it should be discounted as a form of wealth creation? Let's continue this conversation in the next scene. On the flip side, what are the potential rewards of gambling as a form of wealth creation? Let's delve into this exciting realm. One of the foremost rewards of gambling as wealth creation is, undoubtedly, the possibility of substantial financial gains. The allure of landing a big win is a huge draw for many. Imagine placing a small bet, and in a blink, your fortune transforms. It's akin to a fairy tale, isn't it? This potential for sudden wealth is something traditional methods of wealth creation, such as investing in stocks or real estate, generally can't match in terms of immediacy. Then, there's the thrill of the gamble itself. The adrenaline rush, the heart-pounding excitement, the suspense of not knowing whether you're about to hit the jackpot or walk away empty-handed. It's the kind of exhilaration that's hard to find in the predictable, slow, and steady world of traditional wealth creation. The thrill of the game, the joy of winning, and even the sting of defeat, they all contribute to the allure of gambling. Furthermore, let's not overlook the potential for social status. In certain circles, a successful gambler can enjoy a level of prestige and admiration. There's a certain cachet to being known as a high roller, a player who's not afraid to take risks and reap the rewards. This social standing can be as much a part of the appeal as the financial gains themselves. However, it's crucial to remember that these rewards are not guaranteed. The tantalizing potential for massive financial gains is coupled with the risk of equally significant losses. The thrill of the gamble can turn into the agony of defeat, and the social status, it can evaporate just as quickly as it was gained if the tide of fortune turns. So yes, the rewards of gambling can be enticing. The chance at sudden wealth, the thrill of the game, the potential for social status, these are all powerful draws. But just like with any form of wealth creation, they come with their own set of risks and challenges. The rewards of gambling can be enticing, but are they worth the risks? So, is gambling a viable form of wealth creation, or should we stick to more traditional methods? This question has been the undercurrent of our discussion throughout this video. On one hand, we have gambling, an alluring, unpredictable, and potentially fast-paced avenue for wealth creation. It's a world that is propelled by chance and luck, and it can result in substantial windfalls or equally significant losses. The thrill of the game and the possibility of high returns can make it an enticing proposition. However, the risks are great, and the outcomes are uncertain. It's a realm where one moment's triumph can quickly turn into the next moment's catastrophe. On the other hand, there's traditional wealth creation, slow and steady, grounded in diligent saving, disciplined investing, and time-tested financial principles. It may not offer the quick thrills of a gamble, but it provides a more predictable and sustainable path to building wealth. It's a journey marked by patience, perseverance, and a long-term vision. The returns may not be as immediate or dramatic as in gambling, but they are more consistent and less subject to the whims of chance. Both paths have their unique attractions and pitfalls, their risks and their rewards. And while we've provided an overview of both, the decision ultimately lies with you, the individual. Your choice will depend on a variety of factors. Are you a risk taker, drawn to the excitement and unpredictability of gambling? Or do you prefer the stability and predictability of traditional wealth creation? What are your financial goals, and what is your timeline for achieving them? What strategies are you willing and able to employ in pursuit of your objectives? Ultimately, the choice between gambling and traditional wealth creation is a personal one, dependent on your tolerance for risk, your goals, and your strategy. So what's your strategy for wealth creation? Your answer to this question will shape your financial journey and determine the path you choose to tread.